Unmuted.
Oh my goodness. This session is going to be a doozy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 29 of Aetherpunk Birthright. Let me get the background music going. There we go. I was totally not scrambling at the last second to make sure I had stuff ready for today, thinking I had already done it. No, no, not even close.
Well, just remember, we know what part of the session could just be focusing on.
Well, yeah, but I want extra stuff prepared in case you guys get past that.
Yeah. I also did a favor for you, Obo, and I just unmuted the stream to hear my own goddamn voice to make sure you were not muted, and you're not. So you're good. You're doing everything right so far. You're a champion. Good job, my
Yay!
friend.
Which is awesome because my computer had an update and I panicked to make sure everything was working.
Oh.
We
Yeah,
tried turning it off and turning it back on.
that's what was required for the update.
But didn't do it after the update.
I knew
he
it.
just said he did.
I don't.
Oh.
Anyways,
He said
enough
it's part
confusing
of
the
the
DM
update.
about computer stuff. It's D&D time. Who would like to give the recap?
Sure. I have no hero points. I could use one. Who knows if I need to? Who knows if I need to take a fatal blow to myself for someone else who will not go down from it? Uh,
Gremlin ass little martyr.
exactly. Got a problem with it? Stop standing
Yes.
near me when you get hit.
All right.
The party made its way to Whale Shore and were greeted with the wonderful smell of them digging into the intestines of a dragon turtle. The party discussed outside of character mostly, discussed what they wanted to do in the town, and we decided that we wanted to check out Quiet Soul. We decided to check out the docks, but not before Madrash decided that he was going to bed because the shops were apparently closed. When we got down to the docks where they were butchering this thing, the shops were in fact not closed. And we decided, hey, you know what? Them dragon parts, they look like they would be quite good. Holy shit, that's loud. Uh, so we enacted a money-making schema with the usage of the main character's ability to make, uh, was it good berries? We sold them to the working men for 35 gold apiece and made nearly 8,000 gold pieces in the morning. Actually, no. We bought muffins from a place called Something and Muffins. MacGuffins and Muffins, where the owner might be Kaihana if you are paranoid enough. And they gave Clarity a tattoo that makes her not scryable. And it even makes her soul not scryable as well. In the morning, Jonah buys dragon turtle parts for his new gun that he is going to be making. Additionally, he splits the money up between them, and they all get tattoos. But after Isabella passes out, Madrash disappears. The only person to find him before he gets away, after they find his letter saying that he was leaving, is Jonah. Because, of course, the one person who can't persuade anyone to do anything found this guy and proceeds to fail to persuade him. Madrash leaves, and the session ends.
Alright. You get yourself a hero point for that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hero point. Oh.
Crazy. So.
I would like to make an addition that my Dragonborn did find him. Or not my Dragonborn. My pseudo dragon did find Midrash.
What was
And
his
what-
name again?
Yes.
Yeah, what's his name, Jonah?
Like the pseudo dragon?
Yeah.
Morality.
Good.
Alright. So. We pick back up as the train is pulling out of the station, heading north for Edinburgh. At this point, yes, Clarity's pseudo dragon has picked up the trail, and I'm assuming relaying it back to Clarity. Double checking if that is possible.
If it's within 100 feet.
Yeah, I'd say it's within about 100 feet.
Okay. Then Clarity would say, I'm on my way. If you can sneak on the train, sneak on the train.
Okay. I would like you to roll me an athletics check for morality, please.
Okay. I'm not on roll 20.
Bro.
I was making lunch, and then my mom was like, "Oh, by the way, I see you're making lunch. Can you make my lunch first?" It's like, girl,
Aww.
you're sitting in the chair. You can pause anytime. I can't. So I made her food first. Acrobatic. Roll 20, please. Roll 20, please. Let me in. It's not like somebody make the roll for me.
Okay.
Do you have physical dice? Because I can just pull up its stat sheet.
Kind of like a no to me.
12.
12? Alright, -3.
Great.
Because it's got a -3 to its strength. So that is 9. So
Strength?
right now...
I thought stealth was dexterity.
No, athletics.
No,
Oh,
I think
sorry.
acrobatics is what he asked for.
I asked for athletics because the train is pulling out and getting to a speed where it is equaling and then preceding the fly speed of the pseudo dragon. So it's going to need to like hold on so it can like get in the train.
Gotcha.
So it is scraping the top of the cabs and trying with all of its might to hold on. Losing 1, 2, 3, holding on by his last claw before slipping and flying off of the car. Could you make me a dex saving throw for him?
Oh no. This poor dragon.
Oh no.
How close is this to me? I was on a landing, right?
You're able to see this, yeah. If you go probably as fast as you can, you might be able to catch up.
I'll just like giga dash to catch the little bugger.
It rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5? Okay, plus his dex. Yeah, he doesn't fall off the train per se, but due to its speed now, he's kind of holding on with his tail wrapped around part of the railing at the caboose, and now it's basically a pseudo dragon kite.
Can I like run up and give him a push so he can get on? The
What is
thing I
your
can
total
do?
movement if you're using all of your stuff for dashing?
90 feet a turn.
I would say, since you are trying to go as fast as you can and straining, acrobatics is for balancing and stuff. So let's say in athletics, it's not a high DC, but let's go with an athletics. Oh yeah. Question: since you got much higher than I was expecting, would you also like to hold on to the train?
Can I like hop onto the back and like put him in a position where he can get in and just drop off?
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Yeah. I'm not going to get on the train because I don't have a ticket and I don't want to get on a corpo's bad side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll like hop onto it, grab him off the thing, and I'll put him through a wind, not through a window, but like put him up to a window so he can crawl in. And I'll just drop
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
back.
All right. All right. So the pseudo dragon is now on board the train, and by this point, the train has reached full speed. So the tumble off is going to be painful, but not life threatening.
That's fine.
So, Madrash,
Yes.
you are sitting in your seat and preparing for. Well, darn it. I need to stop fidgeting with my D4s. They are sharp. I don't have something to fiddle with, and it's driving me nuts. Son of a bitch. Alright, we're grabbing Godius. Sorry, buddy. So, you've got a week before you make it to Edinburgh. Is there anything that you want to do on this train ride? Or do you just want to wait until you arrive?
Honestly, at first, Mdash probably just isn't even going to leave his room for the first few days. After that, I'm not sure. He doesn't really have a plan for this. He's just...
I'm mostly asking for two reasons. One, for the polite, before all this stuff happens. Also, second, because it's probably going to be focused mostly on the rest of the party, and I wanted to see if there was anything you wanted to do. Because
Oh, no.
switching perspective back and forth, if you have nothing going on, then don't
Yeah. Go ahead.
clutter up time.
I'm good.
Okay. And you sure? Last call?
Dude, I didn't think you'd even speak to me until they caught me. So, like, this threw me off.
I'm trying to keep you included. I messed up last week, and I'm trying to right that wrong.
Don't overcompensate, brother. You're doing fine.
Alright. Then we shall leave Madrash as he is being very blue in his room. And he's got 7 days until the Jiwan attacks.
Awesome.
So, to the rest of the party, what's you guys doing? Since people kind of split to search for Madrash, how are you guys going to continue searching or get in contact with each other? since I'd say Clarity got a quick message from her pseudo dragon before it zips out of range.
Well, I know Clarity's nearby because the shooter dragon did a thing that wasn't eating, and therefore she gave it a command.
Hmm.
So I assume she's somewhere nearby.
I think Isabella, because she's on her broom, and it's a feature. I can ask. I can like tell the broom to take me to someone, so I can ask it to take me to like Clarity. It's a 1 mile radius. 1 mile if she's
Okay.
1 mile away.
This woman could have just said, "Take me to Madrid."
I don't remember. I didn't know my broom's abilities. I just saw something about it.
Okay. And then Gleb.
I would have probably just been with Clarity.
Okay. So then everyone meeting back up, we'll say within eyesight of the train station, but out of the way. You guys meet up to discuss what just happened.
What happened?
Madrid got on the train and left.
Do we know where the train is going?
Well, we know where the tracks go.
Yes, because that's super helpful.
It is quite helpful, actually, yeah. We know every city that it's going to hit.
Well,
This is one.
So, Edinburgh.
Yep. Because there's nothing
Alright.
past Edinburgh on this train.
Alright, well, let's find a way to get to Edinburgh fast. Maybe we can intercept Majesh or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna punch him, slap him, or fucking hug him when I see him again.
And not all three?
Probably all three. I'm pissed. How do we wanna... What are we gonna do when we see Madresh, first of all? Because I frankly don't like the fact he just decided to leave a note and fucking leave.
Yeah.
So when we get him, when we catch up to him, I'm gonna fucking make that man talk to me. What are you guys gonna do?
Probably just ask why. I don't quite understand.
I mean, Clarity, do you still have the letter he left?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
let's...
give it to everybody so they can officially read it. I think Clarity like scrolled through it enough to get the gist of it and pretty much was like, we need to leave. We need to get him. So she didn't exactly like, explain the whole letter. So I can read it out loud, or you guys can read it out loud. It's up to you.
Right. What does the letter say, Doom?
The letter says, Hold on, I sent this to Obo and I need to just scroll up.
I have it if you want me to read it.
You could just copy and paste it to him.
Yeah, table talk or something.
Okay.
Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, I put it in table talk. Sorry, I was about to read it and then I had to sneeze. A note on some fancy parchment paper reads as such. I've started to think that I was a burden. I felt crazy as my worldview seems so foreign compared to your own, like I was holding you back. Unfortunately, I guess my suspicions were proven correct. I will be taking my leave. The password for the fortress is blah blah blah. I bought the bolt gun with the intention of giving it to Jonah, so I put it in your cloak as I won't be borrowing it anymore. Clarity can make better use of the scroll. Good luck with the floating isle. I will make sure that I stay out of your way. Signed, Madrash.
Once Isabella reads it, she takes a few deep breaths. And it's kind of like, alright, I'm gonna fucking slap him more than hugging now. Alright, how fast can we get to Edinburgh?
Well, I have my pseudo dragon in there. I hope he can be sneaky and keep an eye on him. But I kind of take out the little card that I received. This should get us there faster. Unless he decides to hop off the train.
There are no spots until Edinburgh, right?
No, but there are magical ways for you to technically do it.
Hopefully your zero dragon catches it. Oh, and Isabel sighs and it's like, we don't have anything for the cart anymore, do we?
What?
No.
Are you checking?
No, Isabel's just sighing about it.
Okay.
Well, hopefully your token isn't when we can get on is close. And when we're on there, we can talk about how the fuck we get through Madrash's head. He's not a burden. Work together on something. And at the worst case scenario, leave on terms that are not a note.
Clarity's listening. She's just trying to soak in the whole situation.
Yeah, Isabella's just... She's talking everything out like, this is what we gotta do. Alright, let's go get the cart. Go find where we can get on that train. Bait my dress to Edinburgh. And then I will fucking tackle him before he can get away.
Maybe we can try talking before we tackle somebody.
Considering Madrash left a note instead of talking to us before, I don't trust that right now, but hopefully we can talk.
Okay. So, who is going to be pulling the cart?
Probably the only person who's strong enough is Isabella.
Can
Um,
can Gleb turn into like a,
Yeah.
or summon in like a horse or something?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen horses before, so yeah.
Summon a horse or a moose or something.
Or a few horses.
Several
Okay.
horses.
So,
Horseye, one might say.
having enough to pull the wagon, where's your guys' destination?
Wherever Clarity's token leads us, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Obo. I left the horse on the cart.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I sent you a DM about it before
Look,
they got to it.
I'm
Yeah, no, the horse
streaming.
is on
I
the
don't
cart.
get a ding about that.
Understood.
Did you
Technically,
used to?
Okay, so then Madrash's summoned steed is still with the cart.
Yeah.
So
Can any of us control the steed?
it understands common, and it is cooperating for the moment.
how many? Or I guess I don't know how long the steed. I don't know how long the steed will last, but I suppose we should make good use of it until it disappears on us.
Yeah. All right, Clarity, you're going to be leading us. Let's see where we can get on.
All right, I will activate the card.
Okay. So it starts to point you towards a little bit north of Whale Shore. And so following that, it eventually gets to a spot that looks like a small river coming out of a hillside. I don't know what the technical term is, but yeah, it's the mouth of a river coming out of a little hill, and the
Broke.
the the card begins to lightly pulse and a slight vibration. So one press of the button should do what it's supposed to do.
The headwater.
You have water. What?
No, the start of a stream or river is a headwater.
Oh, neat. I take it that you're gonna push the button again, Amumu?
Yes.
Okay. So, pressing the button again while it's in the state, the pulsing stops and it just has a steady green glow. And coming out of the little hole where the stream is coming from, a similar green glow begins to emanate and then increase as it seems the ground splits open, flooding the area with this green light, and coming up out of the hole and onto the land, you guys see a immaculate train that is made out of what seems to be platinum, silver, chunks of raw gemstones that are absolutely large. And it looks to be similar to the bullet train, but like the aesthetic and look of it is far more ancient, but at the same time, the craftsmanship looks to be hundreds of years more advanced. Um, there are 6 cars, and it looks like the engine is at the back of the train. Um, and there's a door that opens up that is 1 car ahead of the train, which looks to be a cargo space, and the car in front of that opens up to show that it's got 4 stables in it for livestock.
Hmm.
And with each of the doors that opens up, a ramp descends.
I guess we park.
Yeah, and get on. Clarity, I think you won big with this.
I think we all did.
Okay. So, after parking your guys' wagon in the cargo car and the fine steed horse in the livestock car, you guys get on the train, the ramps ascend, and the doors close, and you guys feel the train begin to descend back into the earth. Exploring the cars a bit more, it has very, very nice interior, well maintained, no dirt or dust. The car going forward after the livestock car is the sleeping car. There are 6 rooms. Each is furnished with a full-size bed, a wardrobe, and a full bathtub with a shower head. The beds seem to be very well maintained, high quality linens, and the metalwork of the bathroom is gold piping, and the bathtubs themselves are made of marble. Pushing forward past that, you guys enter the pub car. This is where things get a little weird for you guys, considering all of this. In here, the car has a bar with 4 seats. There are 2 4-seat tables. The room has a slightly dimmer lighting to it. The walls have a kind of... It kind of feels like a speakeasy on the inside. And at the bar, there is a... I'd say about basketball size, like diameter, turtle who is currently using his head to clean a cup. Like he's got a cloth wrapped around part of his head and just kind of like rubbing the inside of the glass, trying to make sure it's all nice and squeaky clean. And looking behind that into the kitchen section of the pub car, there are 2 turtles who are currently preparing meals.
Do you know them, Clarity?
Do I know them?
They look like turtles.
John and Carlos.
No,
Hmm.
I can't say I know them.
There's another thing that you guys have noticed as going from the cargo to the pub car. Each of the cars has stationed at the front and back of the car, kind of close to where the doors are. There are a series of pipes for communication, but they don't seem to function quite like, you yell into a pipe and it echoes to the other end. It seems a lot more direct, and each one of them is labeled um, engine, cargo, livestock, sleeping, pub, and observatory.
Well, I think after we hand home the dress, I think we can tell Billy that he doesn't need to buy us train tickets anymore.
I mean, maybe we don't quite know where this thing can take us or can't take us, I guess.
True.
So Clarity, you said you don't know these
No, I don't.
adorable little fellows. Okay.
I don't know them. Huh.
Well, we were told to be polite to them, so
Yeah.
I don't know why he assumed we wouldn't be polite, but yeah.
Well, we haven't exactly talked to them, so who knows? Maybe they have a rough personality.
I think it's more. I think little Mora has a way with the guy that we received it from. Has not made such a great impression of us.
Hmm.
I mean, it'd be quite rude if you didn't go say hello. Don't you
Yeah.
think?
I will walk up to the staff turtles and bow my head and say, thank you so much for having us in your care uh, while we use your service. It is very much appreciated, and if there's anything rules-wise or ways that we can assist you to make your job easier, please let us know.
The turtle bobs its head, seemingly understanding what you're saying, but not responding in any other manner.
Um, is it that you can understand common but cannot speak it?
It bobs its head, nodding yes.
I see. Okay. Um, I'm not sure to ask what your mother tongue is. So, I suppose I could try speaking some languages and seeing if it's possible for you to respond, if it's all right. At this point.
It's going to shake its head no, hop down from the counter, do a little shuffling behind the counter, and then comes up with a little sign and lays it down on the bar, and it says, "While we can speak common, it is incredibly slow, so it's
Mm,
easier to nod." And it seems to be a very old sign.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, again, we appreciate your care, and we will try our best not to cause too much of a disturbance for you. Um, and I'll attempt to shake.
It
Uh,
offers you a claw.
okay. Would there also happen to be a sign of, I suppose, rules, regulations, services you provide?
It's going to nod and pick up the sign and flip it over, and it
Okay, thank
says,
you.
"We serve any and all types of food except for turtle dishes." And it has a little frowny face.
Yes, that is very understandable, and we will not make any requests for turtle.
Um, so he's going to put the sign away and then wrap the dish rag around his head again and start to polish his glass that he was working on again. And you can see in the back there are the two turtles who are working in the kitchen. Um, One of them is really struggling to keep his chef hat from falling off his head.
Oh no.
Would I be able to walk up and talk to one of the turtles around the place?
Yeah.
Hey, little buddy. I was just wondering if are we the only passengers on the train?
It nods its head yes.
Right. Is this the bartender?
Yeah.
I
No.
take out my flask.
You take out your flask. Are you putting it on the bar?
Yeah, put it down the mark. Could you
Okay.
surprise me?
It's going to nod its head, uh, shake off the rag that it was cleaning with, reach under the counter, grab a funnel, and then it's going to grab I guess it's technically a hose, and put it into the funnel, and then turn a knob, and it's going to start pumping in a alcohol. And then once it's full, it stops and puts away the stuff. He will then close the lid for the flask, turn it around, and then push it towards you.
Take it. Many thanks.
I would
What do we do now?
probably come back to the team. I'm not sure if you guys were nearby, but I would, explain that uh, they're very friendly. They understand common. They speak it very slow, so they will only nod. They have their services here. They do not make turtle. Please do not ask for turtle. But they say they can make literally any dish you want if you have a favorite.
Do we have to tell them where we wish to get off?
Uh,
I mean, I can go ask them. for you since you just got done talking to them.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all, Clarity. And Isabella will walk up, be like, hello, this is our first time on this train. Is there someone we need to tell where we wish to get off the train?
The turtle nods and will scamper up and over the bar, falling down, but catching itself inside it. Like it retracts into its shell, so it just bounces. And then it will scamper over to the communication horns and point towards the one that's labeled engine.
All right. Thank you very much. And Isabel will give a polite nod. And when she'll go over to the engine communication and be like, hello, we wish to stop at Edinburgh. Please?
There is a slight echoey and kind of like digitized voice that comes to the other end, and it just and you guys feel the train begin to jolt forward as it begins to start picking up speed.
Oh. We weren't moving until then.
Yep.
Can you imagine if we didn't catch up to him because we spent like 7 days just sitting here?
I know, right?
So, there are windows in the pub car that you guys are in, and looking outside, it doesn't look like you're underground per se. It looks like you're traveling through a stream of pure aether energy. A kaleidoscope of colors and shapes, but getting a general idea of how fast you guys are going, it is easily twice as fast as the bullet train.
Oh, wow. Well, let's eat some food, take whatever else we need to do, and talk about what we're gonna tell Madresh when we catch up to him.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really.
What was that?
I don't have any qualms with that.
All right. Isabel will sit at one of the tables and just once she'll just once she gets food, she'll eat it.
Okay. When you sit down at the table, there's a bit of a scraping of claws on the wood floor, and eventually a turtle walks its way up, and it's got a little a bow tie, and looks up at you, waiting for your order.
Um, um, I'll take a stew, beef or pork. That's perfectly fine.
It nods its head, and
Thank you.
if anyone else would like to order, it gives you guys a few seconds.
Just some like fruits and veggies. I think right now. I think
Okay.
that'll all be fine.
I don't think Jonah's going to sit down at the table. I think he wants to check out this observatory place.
Okay.
Going for a jaunt.
If you could offer me some veggies and fish, I would appreciate it.
Okay. With the orders, it heads on back to the kitchen, and you guys can hear the stove begin to light up, sizzling of food, and it doesn't take too long before the dangerous aroma of cooking food begins to waft through the cab. So that'll be a little bit before that's ready. So heading to the observatory car. This is at the front of the train, and once you get in there, about half of it, at a slight angle towards the front, it goes from the platinum, gold, and gem design of the cabin to just glass in the front, allowing you to have a stunning view of the path ahead of you. Along with that, there are benches with leather cushions that face the glass, some towards the front of the car, a few that point towards the sides. And at the very front, there is a large telescope.
Place is really cool. I have to think now. What would Jonah do? I think. I think Jonah would want to just do a quick seance and just like commune with what he can here, just to see what's around. Not really like searching for anything. He just wants to see the
Okay.
spirits.
All right. So, going back to the pub. Let's see. Isabel, you are handed a fresh bowl of steaming hot beef stew with fairly sizable chunks of marbled meat. Let's see. Trying to remember clarity. You have your salad that is got a little side dish of some fruits, and then a small plate with 2 grilled fish, deboned. And then, shoot. What did Gleb want? Was it just fruits and veggies?
Just a random assortment of fruits and veggies,
Just fruits and
preferably raw.
veggies.
All right. Yeah, and you get 2 bowls, one of a fruit salad and one with a chef salad. And they're all brought out by all the dishes are brought out by little turtles with little bow ties, as they are like the waiters.
Thank you.
This looks exquisite. My compliments to the chef.
The chef in question is kind of sticking his head up as far as he can to see your guys' reaction, and he looks very happy, kind of gives you guys a smile before his chef's hat begins to fall off again. And he scrambles to make sure it doesn't hit the ground.
Well, shall we? Or, I guess before we eat, I should make sure we don't forget Jonah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'll be right back and make sure I get my ally, and I'll kind of go throughout the train to look for him.
Yeah. You find him at the observatory car, currently setting up for a seance.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
Just wanted to
I'm
see the
not.
spirits for a bit.
I'm not upset about it. By all means, feel free. I just, well, wanted to let you know that food was served if you wanted to come join us.
I'm not hungry right now.
All right. Um, well, the offer's still there if you want it.
Thank you. But I still got breakfast in me.
Right, of course. If you look at her at all, you probably see that she's trying her best to keep her composure. But she looks like she wants to cry.
He'll sigh. All right. You okay?
It's always the "Are you okay?"
He
that
doesn't
makes
know the
somebody
side that
lose
he's
it. Huh?
Hmm?
Sorry. What? What was that?
I was just asking if you were okay.
It's always the "Are you okay?" that makes somebody like lose their composure and just fall apart. She probably like starts crying and is like,
Okay. All right
I'm
then.
I'm not. I shouldn't be taking it. I don't know, maybe is this what he wanted? I guess I can't help but make it feel like maybe this is my fault. Maybe if we had included him yesterday, he wouldn't have felt like a burden. I'm just, I suppose, overcompensating for what I should have done. And I'm hurt. I don't know whether to talk about it, but I'm hurt. I've already been abandoned, sort of, in a sense, by my brother, but to be abandoned by the next closest person to me. I am angry. I am upset. I am confused. And I want an explanation. And unfortunately, all I can do is simmer in these thoughts.
I don't think I can give you your explanation.
I know.
But I can listen if you want.
I mean, this is all new for me, I suppose. Making friends, getting close to people. The way I lived before, I didn't have the luxury of getting close to people. If I did, they were hurt. Because of the people after me. So I had to change my view of the way I see people. I could no longer see them as friends and allies. I could only see them as assets. Tools, pawns. And I suppose this hurts even more because my little one. I couldn't even bring myself to give it a name until recently. And now I wonder if maybe that wasn't the correct decision. Because now I feel like this, and it hurts. And now I wonder if it was all worth it, or if I should seclude myself into myself again.
Yeah, you're good, lass. You deserve to be able to trust people. I don't think you need to close off.
I mean, my biggest secret that I've held all my life, you all know it. And you all gracefully are dealing with the repercussions of having me with you. And I will forever be thankful for that. And it's scary. It's foreign to me. And I don't know why, but, and excuse me, this might be a bit overtly presumptuous of me, but I guess I try to talk to you a lot, I think, because I want to understand you better. I feel like everyone else, I sort of have a rough idea of what they're all about. But you, I see a little bit of myself in you, and I don't know why. And it confuses me, but it intrigues me. And it terrifies me.
Yeah, you just when you say that, his face gets sort of sour.
I apologize. You can tell me to get out if you want. I
don't want you to think you're like me. I don't want you to do that. You're better. You're better than that.
No. I'm not. I suppose with Midrash leaving, it's kind of left a hole in our group. And I think what he wanted the most out of everybody was just to be honest about themselves. And I'm not very good at being honest. Is there a place in this observatory to like sit down?
Yeah, there's a handful of leather cushioned benches around for stargazing and stuff like that.
Okay, I'll sit on the bench, and kind of look over at him. I need to apologize to you. And I need to be honest. And I hope you don't get mad at me. But if you do get mad, I completely understand. You know, every night, how I would let you have morality nearby you.
Mm-hmm.
I may have used him every now and then to keep an eye on you and peek at what you were up to. Just because I wanted to understand. And in the process of doing that, no one else knows, but I may have received some information that you weren't ready to talk about. So, I apologize. And in the future, I won't do it again.
Verity,
Yes.
what exactly did you see and overhear?
You have to understand that your actions have been a little stranger than normal.
Verity, what did you see and hear?
I heard you talking to somebody. I didn't see anything.
Jenna will stand up abruptly, like stomp over, grab her by the shoulders. Clarity, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to be completely honest with me. Did you see it?
No.
He like just sort of like looks into your eyes for a while, almost like he's trying to get a bead on you, and he's like, his hands are definitely shaking. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll turn around and walk back to where he was sitting, just sit back on the floor. So, it's fine. No worries. I'm a thief and all, and I do a lot of shady stuff. No wonder you're not really trusting me that much. I ain't trustworthy, so fine. It's fine.
I just wanted to understand you better.
Okay. Just worried. So, it's all right. I don't mind.
It's hard. Knowing something that the group doesn't, and I've tried to be respectful. And I've tried to tell everyone it's a topic you can talk about another day. I don't know why you've kept whatever it is hidden, but I'm assuming it's personal matters or for the best.
I saw something I shouldn't have one day. I don't want you to see it though.
Well, I may be a good liar, but please believe me when I say I haven't seen it. I've just heard you talk to it. But you have to understand, Jonah. I can understand why the others are concerned. If there's something we can do to help,
No.
You know we consider you one of our own. And you've helped us so much. You've taken the necessary hits. There are things we can see, Jonah. And unfortunately, it's really hard to talk to somebody who doesn't want to talk about these things. And I don't know. Just, it's not my place to tell them, so I won't say anything. But all we really want from you is to open up. We protect each other. We have to trust and be open with each other if we want to keep us all together. But I'll keep your secret.
It's for the good of the others. You can tell them whatever you want.
If you're fine with me telling them, then I will. But I don't feel like it's my place to. And they'll only ask more questions. And they'll want to help.
Their safety comes before anything for me. If you think it's right, you do it.
I'll do it only if I think it's right. I'll kind of start walking away, or get up and walk away, and leave you to your own. Leave Jonah to his own devices. But before I leave, I'll just turn and say, I'm still learning about my own magical abilities and everything, just like everybody else, but we're pretty tough. Just give us some credit for that, please,
I know you are.
because we want to help.
I know you're tough. Tougher than me.
And Clarity will leave Jonah. And go back to the group. After cleaning herself up a bit. Trying to look presentable.
Okay. So, uh, yeah, I don't know how to go on after that. Jesus.
Everybody eats dinner.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
those in the pub car. Uh, right now, the turtles are showing off that they can do the hibachi grill tricks.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Just very slow.
Now, it's not super slow, but it is comical because the only thing that they can use to grip the utensils is with their mouth. So it's definitely derpy looking, but they're pretty good at it.
Do the turtles have
This
long
is
necks like wigglers?
Not that long, but turtles do actually have some pretty long necks.
huh.
So yeah. So the rest of you guys in the pub car see Clarity coming back. All
Is
right.
Bella quickly finishes what's in her mouth to say hi once Clarity gets back.
Oh, Jonas said he wasn't going to be able to make it. He's very happy being in the observatory. Actually, I think he's performing a seance.
Uh,
So I don't think he'll be joining us today.
Nobody in there for them to stab, right?
No spear for him to stab with.
One of the turtles. God. He
Oh,
come back. It's over.
look, we'll have to make sure he gets something later at least.
Okay.
What are we gonna do? How are we gonna get Madresh to come back?
who knows? I still want to know why he even feels those ways. Like, has anybody gone and told him that, like, he's a burden or anything like that? I don't, I don't quite understand that. Now, if somebody was being mean to him and calling him names and saying he's a weight on our team or something, that I could understand it, but
I I think he got in his own head. Sometimes a thought gets in, and you start looking for things to prove it. And I think that's what happened. I don't even know if me taking up on his offer for sending would have changed. I didn't want to, because I didn't want him to think that's all I wanted to ask of him all the time. He's talked about how people just saw him as something, and I never wanted him to think that I felt the same way. But I guess I did.
It's hard for me to say because I've known him the longest, so I can't say I know how his mind works, but he's told me before that he would always try to overcompensate because he considers us his friends. And he desperately does not want to be a burden to us. I mean, he helped Isabella with getting in contact with relatives. He's always been helpful towards me and my motivations. He's always gone the extra mile for us. And he just wanted at the end. Huh?
What have we ever done for him?
That's... yeah. And I had some talk I'd been meaning to have with him, but the timing just never felt right. And, well, a lot has happened this week.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I've been under a lot of emotional strife that it didn't ever really feel right for me to bring up the conversation, but I supposed I should have pushed myself too.
Can start with that, and if Madras still doesn't feel like he can be part of our group, we can give him an actual send-off and make sure he fucking promises to contact us. Because I don't like that he just said he's leaving and staying out of our way. What if something happens to him? He got the tattoo. Like us, we can't be scryed on. Can any of us even message him if we wanted to?
I don't
Manny's
know.
got a troll problem, so we know he'll come into trouble sometime.
Oh, fucking Bartholomew. Maybe that's something we can help with. Finding a way to get Bartholomew off his contract. That way Madrash doesn't have that anymore.
Oh no.
I just Obo in the background. Oh no.
No, I just had an idea and I'm waiting for a pause so I can do it. But I don't want to interrupt the conversation.
I guess let's also focus on the other part of this letter.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe that we have the same mindset as him. I mean, I think he's right. He's always able to want the finer things in life. And I don't think that's a bad thing. But I don't know, I've always considered it a luxury that I couldn't have.
I've only been away from Cordova for a year. I've been in this world for 8. I don't even fully understand how everything works here. I appreciate whenever Madrash said I might be overthinking things where there could be connections. But I guess how I said it came off wrong. Because it is comforting that he thinks I'm overthinking it, but also part of me Part of me needs him to be wrong.
Well, perhaps he's projecting a little bit. There are times where I see him overthink, but it seems more towards how other people think of him. Which is, I suppose, the irony of it.
Yeah. And this time when we have a conversation with him, we can't shy away from the hard stuff.
No.
After you got hurt by Jonah, it felt awkward to bring things up, and I didn't know where to start. This time, someone's gotta say something. It's gotta be the hard facts. We have to have this uncomfortable conversation.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, to start, now let's just hope Madresh doesn't get back on that train when he sees us waiting for him. I'm glad it only goes to Edinburgh. Because that's nice. If anything, now that I was thinking, he was on his way to Cordova because that's the one place he knows I am not wanting to go. Too bad for him if he was going there. I'm running right after him. Fuck being wanted there.
Does anyone here have something they need to say? Any questions, comments, concerns?
I mean, are you okay?
Oh, not you two.
I mean, let's be fair to Gleb. You did also just admit you know Madresh the longest.
You've been through a bit in these last couple of days, you know?
And this is like the icing on top of the shit cake we call life right now. So, if you're not okay, that is perfectly fine. If you were okay, I'd be more concerned.
Yeah, you got stabbed by a friend and then abandoned by another friend, and
Okay,
You
we
just
don't need
watched your brother.
to.
You
We don't
just
need
watched.
to.
I mean, you also just discovered your brother mutilated himself.
I know. I know. I already broke down in front of Jonah. I don't need to do it again.
Oh, do you have a favorite dessert? I think the turtles here could make it. It's something small. Something at least to make things a bit nicer. Despite all this shit going on.
I mean, I'll be fine.
If you
But
need us, let us know.
I don't know. I guess I can't help thinking that this is my fault.
If anything, I think it's all of our faults.
I know, but I knew how he was feeling. I've known him the longest. Leaving the inn yesterday, there was a part of me that said, oh, maybe we should invite him. Maybe we should go invite him so he doesn't feel left out. But we just made a long journey. And we've honestly been through a lot. When he left to go to his room, I thought maybe he needed sleep. And I've always been content with just staying in a hotel and reading a book while everybody went out. So I didn't think maybe he wanted to be invited. Now I can't help but overcompensate, asking if Jonah wants to come sit with us, which he's happily content in the observatory. And I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated at myself. And I'm also frustrated because, well, I suppose I can't exactly keep this a secret, but I'm under contract to keep an eye on him. By my patron. What I said to my brother wasn't a lie. When he hurt the party, he was hurting me. But yeah. Madrasha never asked me why I always hung around him, but there was a purpose for it. So, I suppose I'm scared that no matter what I do and no matter what I say, it's always going to fall flat because there is a contract. And sure, when he and I first met, I was not the best person to him. I was awful to him. But I grew to appreciate him, and I don't know. I just worry that no matter what I say, it's not going to feel.
Genuine?
Yeah.
Madresh was the first person I ever told I'm not from here. I never even told the people at the gladiator arena I was friends with. They had the painstaking process of teaching me the language here.
Those are very nice friends.
Yeah. I asked Billy to look in to see how they're doing. Maybe in the future there'll be a way for me to get them out. Probably not. But I can try. I think we have another day, at least, on the train. I think tomorrow we can all go to the conservatory and find out a way to talk to Midrash.
Yeah.
Because this is something we all need to be a part of.
I think so too. Glad emotions are weird. I don't know what else to tell you. You're still trying to figure out all this stuff, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a complicated subject. One that I don't fully understand myself.
Don't get better. That's my advice.
Actually, it's probably time for me to take a peek. I won't be able to hear anything for a little bit. Or see anything. And I'm gonna take a look through my pseudo dragon's eyes.
All right.
Senses.
So, thank you. I've been waiting patiently.
Oh god.
We're going to have some fun. So,
Great.
Madrash,
Yes.
while you're on the train, you kind of picked a spot that was away from other people not wanting to really talk with too many people at the moment. And there is a fellow with a large overcoat and hat who has the same idea and sits across from you. And it takes you both about a minute to realize who each other are, as a bit of a confused look on his face as Bartholomew is in front of you.
Oh.
Well, this is awkward.
A bit.
So, I couldn't find you in town. And so, how you been?
That's a complicated question, Bartholomew.
Oh, I'm sorry to
The-
hear that.
The short answer is, and Madrash just picks up the large like wine bottle he's got in his hand. I'm just going off to a hole where I cannot bother anyone else.
Huh. That's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah. As
Have you
you
tried?
are well aware.
Have you tried going on vacation first? Getting your head cleared. You know, beaches, sun, just kind of relaxing and not whatnot.
My whole life's been a vacation. I've had nothing I should be able to complain about. And as you well know, I'm kind of really good at fucking stupid decisions.
Yeah, well. Since I couldn't find you for a while, I had come up with this ingenious plan to kill you. But then you were gone. I went to the bar and the guy said you went on a Cherry Dungeon. I said, well, fuck. He's gonna be gone for a while, or might be dead. So I said, to hell with it. I'm gonna go on a vacation. So I did, and now I'm heading back. And look, we ran into each other. What a world.
Smaller than I would think sometimes.
I don't like this. As he just kind of gestures to you right now. This needs to stop. You're supposed to be the happy one, and I'm supposed to be the bounty hunter who's trying to kill you. Come on. Do not ruin this for me.
I'm afraid I must disappoint today, Bartholomew. Besides, your vacation's not over yet. You're not a bounty hunter till you make it back to Edinburgh, right?
Well, now I feel like I have to take an extended vacation because we need to cheer you up, because there is no reason in killing you if you're just going to be a depressed bitch about it. It's just not fun.
Madras, she's gonna take a big swig of the wine. Weirdly, I agree.
So, here's what I'm thinking then. Once we get to Edinburgh, we go on a bender. We just have a good time, get all the bad feelings out, enjoy ourselves, and after about a week of tearing up the town, then we see how you feel.
Madras just like stares at the bottle in his hand, and he's just. I unfortunately don't feel like partying right now.
Oh, I wasn't giving you a choice.
That's pretty on brand for you.
Yeah. So, I'll make a deal with you. You can have your little pity party at the bottom of your bottle there, and once we get into this town, we'll go to a few places that I know that aren't going to try and kill us, and where I don't have to go and kill people. We'll have a good time, and then afterwards, we'll have ourselves a nice little duel, and who knows, maybe I'll let you kill me again. Maybe that'll put a smile on your face. I don't know. Something.
You want to know why I like you, Bartholomew?
Well, I was going to say it's because of my rugged good looks, but I recently got a hold of a mirror for the first time in, months, and apparently I had a tooth rotten for a while, so it's obviously not that.
I don't like. You obviously know why you're contracted to kill me.
Yeah, because you fucked some dude's wife and then you killed him in a duel.
Yes.
And the family
Didn't
wanted
know
to
it.
kill you.
Didn't know it was his wife at the time. I didn't know she was married. But
To be
he challenged me to
fair,
a duel.
she's a bit of a freak.
Looking at me and looking at her, that's apparent. But I wanted to uphold his honor, and I understood his challenge to a duel, and I respected that. I didn't mean to kill him.
Oh, really? You did a real good
And
job of it. From what
yeah,
I've heard, you put a fish-sized hole through his head. Well, not my fist. That'd be his whole head.
as soon as it happened, I tried to heal him. That was the first time I took a life.
There are worse ways to take a life. Want to hear what my first kill was?
Do I have a choice?
Well, we haven't got to Edinburgh yet, so you still have free will for now.
Touche. But that was the first time I took a life, and it really shocked me. I've had to rough some people up, but I had never killed anyone before. And even though it's still not even within my power, I tried the best I could to bring him back to save him. I couldn't. And as I left, the way his father didn't regard him as a son. He talked about the family pride. Not his son that he lost. He doesn't care about his son. He cares about his pride.
Yeah.
I care about the individual that's dead because of me.
To be fair, though, his dad does pay really good.
I don't even know his father's name. I mean, other than his surname, but I'm still trying to find it's not the top of my priority list, I must admit, but finding a way to bring back Rod would be nice. It would give me some closure. And the first time I killed you, I thought of just like any other life that I'd taken past that point. And when I saw you again, there was a macabre hope that maybe I'd found someone who's a bit tougher. And that's why I like you. You're made of sterner stuff.
I mean, I've died more times than I can count, which isn't saying a whole lot, but to be fair, your contract is the most lucrative thing I've had so far. You want to know something funny?
Absolutely.
I've technically saved your life more times than you've killed me.
I'm sorry. Please elaborate.
Okay, so I was the first bounty hunter who picked up the contract to kill you. And then you killed me, and so the prick's father went to go and find someone else to pick up the contract. And I thought, nah, fuck that. This is my job. I have a reputation to uphold, and so I'm going to keep doing it. So he keeps sending bounty hunters after you, and he pays them at least half up front. So I kill them, so they don't kill you, and I get the pay that they got.
Madrash just will set the bottle down, look Bartholomew in the eyes. I'm sorry, what?
Like I said, I have this reputation I need to uphold. If I don't pull through, who's gonna hire me next time for a contract? If, Bartholomew, he just gets killed whenever he goes on a contract. Nah, fuck that. I need to be able to maintain the client relations that if someone hires me, I get the job done. Now, luckily, he's too much of a dumbass to figure out that I'm killing his gunman and taking the money. But I will return with your head in a bag for him. But business is business, and as a gentleman, I can't let anyone else get in the way of that. Did you know that he also sent, like, this really, really bizarre set of triplets after you. They were like three halfling triplet brothers that like get inside of a trench coat and like as you're talking to them, the one in the middle just pulls out a gun to shoot you. That one was a weird one I had to put down. I had to kill him 3 times. Well, it wasn't 3 times, but there were 3 of them. That one was the weirdest one.
Madrash is still Slackjaw. So he, I knew nobles were stubborn, but how many contracts have you overtaken?
23 so far. I've technically killed 25 hitmen sent after you.
So the funding for your entire endeavor has been procured by forcefully overriding the contracts of the assassins that he sent after me, that came after you.
Yeah, every time he sends someone new, I intercept them, put them in the ground, make sure I take their coin, because none of their weapons will fucking fit. I have too big of fingers. Speaking of which, I need to know where you bought that gun I saw you with a while ago. A really big one. I've been meaning to find a craftsman who can make one that fits my fingers.
Oh, yes, there's, I can't remember the name of the shop. You'll have to ask the one who typically wielded guns. He would be able to give you directions.
Oh, the really sad fellow who looks like someone kicked his dog a lot in front of him. That guy?
That's the one.
Oh, all right.
Though
He weirds me out, but I
he's
guess I'll
got
talk to
the.
him.
I don't have the rifle anymore. I left it for him.
Oh, damn.
He didn't know it was supposed to be a present.
Oh, well, that's okay. I got enough coin to get one. I just need to find a craftsman.
I can't
So-
tell if I should be prideful in the fact that he cares so much about his own family name, or just insulted that he keeps sending people to die over his family name.
To be fair, I think at this point it's less of the father and more of the mother who's just really wants revenge for the death of her son. Like
That
it's
I
a
can-
really strong murder, like a really strong murder boulder. But I ain't complaining. I was able to save up for a very, very nice vacation because of it. I even got a tan.
You are definitely looking a few shades darker.
Thank you. It took quite a while to figure out the correct ratio of oil and sunscreen to where I wouldn't get a burn. Because even though my trollish nature allows me to heal from most injuries, a sunburn on your whole body hurts like a bitch. Also, it's not fun having to peel my bum of all the dead skin. It just hurts.
That's certainly a mental image.
Well, anyways, I'm going to go and see if I can play a few game of cards before we get too far along and people start to realize that I'm a dirty cheat about it. So you have fun being depressed and drinking your woes away, and then once we get to the city, we're gonna have a good time.
I dare say I might be looking forward to that.
That's more like it. See, you're being less of a twat as it is.
Isn't that part of the problem, though?
Well, no, you're getting better, being less sad and mopey. So this is good. Anyways, I'm gonna go and shake down some people for a little extra money in a good old honest game of cards. And he
Under
gets up and heads to the gaming room.
Madrashi's just gonna finish the bottle and ask for another.
Okay. All right.
He's just lamenting over how fucking weird that was. He's too
I've been
confused to be
waiting
depressed
so
right now.
long. I've been waiting so long to do more stuff with Bartholomew. And it's just like, fuck it, let's do it.
Madrash is now officially too weirded out to be depressed right now. Thank you, Obo.
Good. Good.
I just need to take in the mental image of him on the beach in like swim trunks, tanning.
Yep.
No, bare ass naked, apparently.
Oh yeah.
I believe it's
There's
called
a
a
new-
thong.
Or there's just a nude beach. Just saying.
Bartholomew in a mankini.
So, back to the ley line train and Jonah's seance. So, after you finish setting up the seance and get that started, it's an interesting few things that you see. It seems that you're watching a very sped up playback of other people who have been on the train. And it seems like pretty much all the passengers are kind of the heroic adventure type people. Quite a few of them you see growing old, having families before leaving the train for good. And there are many who unfortunately meet their end while on the train.
Do they get killed by something on the train, or is it like mostly just accidents?
So there's two cases where it seems like they got on the train in a hurry to get away from something and just bled out. And occasionally it seems like they're fighting while on the train. But you can't tell what they're fighting.
Interesting. Right. Do I see anything else, or do I just sit
That
there and
that's
view?
pretty much it.
All right, yeah, he'll just sit there and watch that for a while. So just takes solace in the fact that he's not getting meeting a god or something for once.
Okay. So, is there anything that anybody else would like to do, or are we fast forwarding until Edinburgh?
Until Edinburgh is good with me.
I guess my question is, how much of the conversation was Clarity able to clean off of her
The whole
pseudo
thing.
dragon?
The whole
Okay, okay,
thing.
okay. Then yeah, she would probably tell Gleb and Isabella everything she heard.
Huh. Bartholomew's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
We really gotta find a way to free him from that contract.
Or kill him.
No, he's too nice to kill at this point. I mean, he's taken a break from trying to kill Madrash to cheer him up. And has been killing people that want to kill him.
Yeah.
Huh. With that, I'm going to skip ahead.
I'll skip ahead, yeah.
Yep. So, due to the speed of the ley line train, you guys were able to get there about a day, 2.5 days before the bullet train is supposed to get there. Is there any preparations you guys would like to make during that time, or just going to pass by until his train arrives?
I'd like to pay my rent and see how much money it would take to make that gun.
Which gun again?
We talked about before the dragon wing bow,
That one,
about
right.
making that into just like a revolver.
Okay.
Because I have 3,000 gold's worth of dragon turtle parts.
Yeah. Let me double check. That is not the correct page. Still not there. Nope. Here we are. Okay. So since you paid for all of the materials, because you paid 2,000 gold, so you have all the stuff. So ideally, you just need to take it to a craftsman and wait 50 days for it to be finished.
Okay, how much would the craftsman charge?
So above game, you already paid the full amount that you need for it. I messed up on that as the DM.
Okay, so I'll just say I had some left over.
Yeah, yeah.
and I use that. Okay. Or I guess leftover materials cover the
Yeah,
costs. And,
that'll probably be enough.
right.
Okay.
So, if you could please keep track of time for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. Anybody else want to do anything?
We're in Edinburgh, so I think Isabella would stop by just to let Billy know they're back and hand over stuff we got from the cherry.
Okay. It'll take a few days for him to sell off the artifacts. Um, but he'll let you know when that's done. He is surprised that Madrash isn't with you guys.
Isabella will be like, he thinks he's a bird and he's coming back. He's stopping here. We're going to talk to him. He'll be back, though. We're... He's being difficult.
It's not really my problem, but I do have money for him. So I thought he would just be here since you guys, he's cleared the dungeon. But if he's gonna be a little bitch about it, I can wait. Not an issue.
Alright. Well, thanks.
Yeah. I'll let you know once I get these sold off.
Alright. And then I think Isabella will just also wait around with Gleb and Clarity be like, trying to come up with a game plan to talk to Madrash after that. Are we gonna tell him we love him a lot?
I think we can say we care about him. I don't know if I would go as so far as to say love.
Or is like loving friends not a thing here?
I think it goes by definition, I suppose. I mean, love is different for everybody. I
Some people just ain't comfortable with the word.
don't know much.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a feeling I don't know too well.
Alright. So we tell him we care about him. Bartholomew is probably going to be around. Do you think Bartholomew will be a really good mediator between us and Madrash?
No. I feel like he'd be the worst mediator, actually.
Well, he's taking Madrash out on a bar crawl, so maybe he can at least try to convince Madrash to listen to us?
Maybe.
Alright.
Hope you know if we do get Madrash back on our side, he will probably attack us.
Yeah. We'll just do what we did last time. Punch him. Attack him. And then put him somewhere where he can come back in safety and then handle it from there. Let's get our boy back.
Okay. So, 2 days go by, and the train arrives in the upper city train station. And coming out first is Bartholomew, who gives a very loud stretch before just, oh, it's good to be home. I miss this place. Doesn't matter how many beautiful women you see on a beach, nothing quite like home. Ain't that right, Madrash?
I do need to visit home sometime soon.
Oh shit, this ain't your home? I thought it was.
No.
Where do you
I've
live? Or where is home for you?
So I'm a first generation. That means my mother is literally a dragon.
No
So
way.
yeah,
I
I can't really live
don't
in a city.
Well, that's fair. It'll draw way too much attention.
Knowing my mother, she would love the attention.
Eh. Anyways, so do we want to start in the undercity or in the upper city for this pub crawl? Because I got a few places that I want to check out.
If I'm going to get drunk, I might as well stop by Amber and collect some money from Bucky.
Oh, that'd be perfect because then we'll be able to use that money for our escapades. Because I already spent just about all my money.
Madrash is actually thinking that it might have been better to vortex warp him off the train at this point.
What?
You can Vortex warp him
I'm
back on the train.
obviously kidding. God, I'm not that much of an asshole.
No, fuck it. Am I gonna see the party just?
So where is everyone waiting? Are you guys waiting at the train station or waiting at Ember?
I
I
yield to the party.
I think Isabella would suggest we wait near the train station because she doesn't know if Madresh is going to avoid Ember. Clarity, what is your idea?
I mean, definitely don't want to scare him off into another train, but so we want to keep an eye on him, but not, you know,
Do you want me to
too.
stand outside the train car invisible?
Hi. I mean, we both could. You
All
want?
right.
And then, like, you guys can do something. Isabella can hand you her broom, and you can tell her the broom to go to Isabella once Madresh gets off.
All right.
So that way we're all near the train station.
I love the idea that Madrash would see you guys and do like that Simpsons gif of just turning around, picking up his hat, and going right back out the door, but just back into the train.
Nope, doop 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 doop
Yep.
doop.
I
feel
love
like-
this mental image that you guys are painting.
I like to imagine, like, Isabella be like, only do it once the train doors close, though, so Madresh can't get back on the train.
We're not gonna like pop out of nowhere and surprise him. We're just gonna wait till he walks away and then
Yeah.
walk up to him afterwards from a different area. You know?
Exactly.
From an area that you shouldn't have come from. Yeah. Nothing weird about that.
I think as the train is like coming to a halt, she's gonna probably whisper to Jonah and say, "I'm gonna take a peek and see what his plans are."
want me to be
And-
like a turtle or something somewhere?
Can you imagine one of the turtles with a bow tie?
No, you should totally just be a bird. Or a spider.
Can't do birds.
Maybe a
Can't
spider.
fly. Can't
Well,
fly
you can though. You're a high enough CR to.
Baka, baka.
What CR do you have to be, or what level do you have to
I
be?
think it's like Druid 8.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you
right.
called him
like
on-
8 or 9, yeah.
You
You
multi-classed.
can have flying speed.
Right, I forgot about that.
I did too.
Anyways, so with your guys' pseudo ambush prepared, you guys see the confusing sight of Madrash and Bartholomew being kind of chummy right now.
It's mostly Bartholomew just kind of dragging Madrash, and Hugh is just kind of circling overhead.
When Clarity says that, I'm gonna see what they're looking at. He's just gonna put a hand on her shoulder, like lean in. You just apologized for spying in on someone else. I don't want you getting taking on too much guilt. All right. Do it if you want to, but you've been through a lot. Don't go putting yourself in too much.
You're probably right. I really need to stop taking advantage of, I guess, situations, and I'll mentally be like, or I'll at least tell my pseudo dragon like, we're here, don't panic, but just get off the train and keep yourself safe. I have tons of treats for you when you return or when we meet up.
Okay.
I have two questions. One, would I know that the pseudo dragon is around? Would I have spotted it?
That's a good question.
Would you-
What's your passive perception?
12. And I've been drunk most of the ride back,
Yeah, so that'd be at disadvantage.
so -5.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the
I just wanna
question is
make
just
sure.
how like confident are you that nobody hijacked the train?
The depressing answer is Madrash probably wouldn't have thought that you guys would have bothered to follow him.
Aww.
He was surprised to see Jonah in the first place.
Yeah. So
So, with a slap on your back, Madrash, Bartholomew takes the lead. All right, then, let's get off to Ember, get your cash, and then we'll go and have a good time.
Sure.
So, anyways, I've been thinking as for like the first place that we go to. I want to start off slow, a nice little mom and pop shop where they've got some really nice pork pies and their own custom beer that they make. It's not the tastiest, but it's a feeling of home. And I think that's something that we need to get before we get completely shit-faced and forget what that feels like. So that's my plan. And oh, as he stops and there he notices Isabel.
Trash, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Leaving a fucking note!
Fuck.
Yeah. We're all fucking here. Ah.
Back at the
So
fucking
this isn't an
place.
ambush. Okay.
It's more like an intervention.
Oh, should I just go then? Or
If
do
you
you
could
want me
help
to
us.
stick around?
I would prefer if you stick around to make sure Madrash hears us out.
Okay.
Would we be able to like catch up at this point, uninvisible?
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah. If you stick around, I could buy you a drink.
Okay. Sure.
Whole bottle even.
Definitely not awkward or according to plan.
Yeah. All right. We need to fuck this all out, Madrash. This holy shit. A lot of emotions right now. I'm trying not to slap you. I really want to, though. Because.
If it'll make you feel better, then by all means.
Now I'm gonna take a page out of your book and not do it. Because I just want you to talk to us.
What do you want me to say?
Why do you fucking think you're a burden to us, Madrash? How did we ever make you feel that way?
So, I'm traveling with a group of people that one of them has seanced and talking to two different gods. Not just avatars, but literal gods. One whose fate is intertwined with the rewriting of history. You yourself are from not a different plane, but another fucking world. And I'm gonna look at Bartholomew and I'm gonna be like, this is probably the point that you should actually leave, Bartholomew. And I look at, and I just gesture at Gleb and I just go, and then there's his story. What do you want me to say? All of you are individuals that have done things that most mortals don't consider possible. What do? I suck dick. I'm an irresponsible giant man-child. What? Every time I try and talk to you, I've tried to talk about my feelings. I understand you want to get your feelings across, but every time you do so, it just makes me feel like you're not hearing a single thing I'm saying. I want to live my life and be happy. It seems like all of you want to be miserable. Jonah's favorite thing to do is to sacrifice himself. Do you know how much that hurts me? Clarity's always taking the blame for other people's problems. She got stabbed and said she was sorry. Isabella, what kind of rational person does that? She's still trying to fucking take care of me. She's trying to take care of me after figuring out her brother betrayed her. after he hurt her. All I've done is seem to piss you guys off. Jonah told me this at the train station when he saw me. Yes, I'm good in a fight. Fucking congratulations. I'm deadly. But that doesn't mean I'm useful. I keep trying my hardest to do anything, everything I can in my power to help you guys. Because one person can't do everything. That makes you a martyr. Relying on your friends, asking for help. No one wants to share the fucking burden. And if I'm the only one who thinks like that, then I'm obviously the burden. What have I done? I haven't done anything extraordinary. All I've done is cast some spells and suck some dicks. I fuck people. And I can't even do that right. Legitimately, you outperformed me when it came to the fucking Dryad. Several of you are better at flirting with elves than I am. Like, what am I good at? Killing people? That's not really a skill that I want to be proud of. I've been searching. The only thing I've wanted was to find someone who had a joy for life. And every time I try to bring joy to you guys are off-put by it. You guys, I don't think you realize how mean some of the things you've said to me are. When I talk to you one-on-one. The amount of times my opinions or anything I say is just discarded. But I keep trying. And I keep trying. And it comes to a boiling point where I question. I'm honestly drop dead seriously surprised to see you guys here because I don't understand. And why I left a note, Isabella, is because if I looked you in the fucking eye and I said goodbye, and any of you fucking said to wait, I wouldn't be able to hold myself back. And I'm lucky Jonah's the only one who found me at the train station, because he said, if that's what you're gonna do, I'll respect your decision as a man. And unfortunately, that felt like something you'd tell a child. And I know that might not make sense to you, any of you. But from what I understand from the books I've read, because I've never really had friends before, is that friends fight for each other. So I don't know what friends are. I really don't. You guys were the first people that ever wanted to stick around me, other than my novelty as a first generation Dragonborn. The fact that I can touch magic from the divine and the arcane. That's worldly weird. Everything about me is an oddity and a circus act. So I thought that after this tattoo, now I can't be used against you guys. Now you have no reason to protect me. No reason to keep. Madrash just like flops on the ground and starts and just like you can see tears going down his face, but he's just quietly sobbing.
I'm sorry if I ever made you feel like you weren't my friend. But Madrash, one thing you have done that is not killing. You removed a curse from Hilda and Mara. None of us, with one scroll, none of us could have done that. You were the first person I've ever told I'm not from this world. And I know you said I can go to you anytime for sending to message my parents. But I couldn't bring myself to do it often because I did not want you thinking that's all I thought you were good for. I wanted to I didn't want you thinking I was only going to use you for that. Because I care about you that much. Yes, friends fight for each other. That's why we're here. We're fighting to get you back. Because we all care in our own way. And there's been I can't speak to Clarity apologizing, and Jonah's still sacrificial tendencies because I'm not them. But yes, I'm from another world. That's all there is to me. I don't know why I'm here. All I can do here is fight. What else can I do? The fact you keep going and going every day is start to make me see this world as less than a place I was brought and more of a place that exists. I just didn't want you thinking you're only good for fighting, because that's not the only thing you're good at, Madresh. And I think Isabel at that point just kind of not next to Madresh, but like sits on the ground, like to the right of him. You couldn't even say you want to remain in contact in that note?
I didn't know how long you'd be out for, so I had to write fast. And I understand not wanting to take advantage of someone. Unfortunately, when you go too far in the other direction, it made me feel like you couldn't rely on me. And that makes me feel powerless. It's
I'm
why
sorry.
it's why I don't make sense to you. It's the only explanation I have.
When I was in the gladiator reign, all I had to was rely on myself. And then when I had teammates, it went unspoken that they would have my back. I guess I assumed that would apply out here. I'm sorry.
I have no realm of empathy dense enough to understand coming from a world that is peaceful to a world that is so war torn as you've described us. And to just have to fight for your life sounds like hell. Slavery is hell.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Um, I you and I have always had. I'm sorry. I'm not sure exactly the words. I don't know the words I exactly want to say because this is all new to me. You don't know what friends are like, but I don't know either. But what I can say is you're probably the longest friend I have. So I guess there are some growing pains that come with that. And I know I'm not perfect. And unfortunately, I. You're right. I can be very irrational. But I never wanted. If I did do bad things towards you that have made you upset, I am sorry. I. I really hope I never came off as dismissive, but to be honest, I never knew what to say. The only person I've ever really had to comfort in the past was myself. And that meant putting up a front where I couldn't necessarily express the feelings that I felt. So I we may have a contract with each other, but I think something changed. I don't know for sure. Because like I said, this is all new. Thanks, Mom.
Eh,
Bye, Mom.
So I lost my train of thought.
Clarity. Then I have a question for you.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Right now?
Midrash nods.
I. Oh my god, Mom, shut up.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Clarity has
Oh
been
my
asked
God,
this a
Mom.
lot.
Oh my god, you're right.
What? What did I miss?
How many
Huh?
times you've been asked, "Are you okay?"
Oh, I'm. I. I feel frustrated. I feel unsure of what to do. I feel unsure of what to say. I mean, I broke down in tears in front of Jonah because I I feel like I know you pretty well. I mean, I don't know you completely, but I'm open to learn. But it just never felt right to have that talk. Not with everything else going on. I wanted it to be. I didn't want all of this other stuff clouding my judgment. I wanted to be able to focus solely on you and me and not, I guess, feel like we were in imminent danger and it could be interrupted. Because for the first time in a long time, I want to connect with you and Gleb and Isabella and Jonah. But I don't fully know how. So if that came off as dismissive, then you're probably right. But I guess I'll kind of look over at Jonah. You guys are pushing Jonah, and I know he's going through a lot because I've been a bad friend and I've been spying on him. So I didn't want you guys to push him too hard. So that may have come off as dismissive too. But I just didn't know what to do. And I wanted him to tell you guys when he was ready. And that's me trying to be as honest as I can. But I can say I care about you a lot, Madrash. You're my longest friend that I've had. And I'm here to fight for it.
Oh fuck! Why you have to say that? I'm gonna cry. God damn it. Madrash is gonna stand up and he's gonna like really, really. He's gonna look dead at Jonah for a few seconds, and then how far away is everyone?
I mean, Isabel was probably a few feet to the right of you when she sat down.
I was right next to Clarity when she arrived.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Clarity would have at least gotten close to you and crouched to talk to you. So I don't know.
Listening very close as well.
Damn it, Mom.
You didn't hear that one. You're good.
Yeah, we did not hear Mom that time.
No, it's just like I had things I wanted to say, but like she fucked my groove.
That's funny.
Oh, I get that.
Madrash through sobs is just gonna say, "I'm sorry if I worried you," and he's going to bite his thumb. And Jonah, you can choose to fail the save, but I'm gonna vortex warp you right in front of me.
I'm gonna resist. I don't know what you're doing. You're just casting a spell at me.
Oh, it's a subtle spell too. So
Oh, yeah, I'm resisting then.
it's a con save.
I have no idea what is happening.
Yeah, you're just being pulled.
Okay, con.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you failed.
Horribly.
I'm just like looking the other direction, like making sure that we don't have people like eavesdropping us or anything, and I just turn to look back and I just am in front of you.
Back, and Madrash just hugs you.
Aw.
Okay.
And Madrash is gonna reach over and like Madrash is just trying to hug all of you.
Isabella is a very tight hug back.
And I kind of intentionally, unintentionally making Jonah the center of it.
It's not okay right now.
We all
Yeah, he just kind of like freezes up in the center of it.
And
and while we were talking, we realized you do a lot for us, but we haven't done a lot for you. So, what's one thing we can do for you? I mean, I kind of have one idea, but I'd rather ask you.
Madrash is just gonna like kind of slump down when he lets go. And he's just kind of sitting on his knees. I'm actually quite interested in what you have in your mind. Surprises are
Well,
actually very fun.
Well, actually, funny enough. And she looks over to Bartholomew. It's like, we thought maybe there's a way we could help you and Bartholomew by ending that contract that's on you. I don't know how, but maybe if we can get them to end it, it won't go on Bartholomew because the contract's ended. It'll be on the person who ordered its fault, and yeah, that was my idea to help.
I'm very against this because I'm making quite a bit of money right now. So,
I mean, what if Isabella would be like, what if I gave you some money after it got cancelled?
how much?
Isabella looks into her coin purse. It's like, would you take 250 platinum pieces?
Hmm. Hmm. Maybe.
Okay.
But anyways, this is a bit too lovey-dovey for me, for what I was thinking. Um, and I feel like I've been intruding. However, I've run out of popcorn, and while as lovely as this has all been, I'm going to go and do my own thing. Um, Kill you later, Madrash. And he just heads out.
Huh. I like him more now than I did the first time, believe it or not. I can understand why you like him too.
He grows on you.
Yeah, that's why I suggested we find a way to end the contract. That way, you know, Bartholomew's reputation isn't tarnished. And if he wants to, he can hang out around us. Or, you know, maybe Billy could use another hitman. I'm sure Billy would like that.
I think the best way to stop that danger would be to bring back their son.
All right. Well, we can start looking at ways to do that. I have no magic capabilities, so that might be your department, or
I
Clarity,
could,
or anyone else's.
I
Not
could
mine.
if it happened within a few days, but it's been about a year, roughly. I, um, so to what I know, there's only one spell, and it'll, revive anyone who's been dead for less than 100 years, but I can't cast that. I don't have the capability.
All right.
Um,
How long will it take you to get there? Do you know?
Roughly, this is a very rough thing, but somewhere just below twice as powerful as we are now.
All right.
Not an easy feat.
No.
well,
And we gave away the object that could have had it done right away, but whatever.
would I would find that a waste, but as clarity, yes.
I would say there's always an exception to the rule, right? I mean, we did have a chicken that theoretically would have been able to do that. So I can do some research on it. I'm sure being able to bring back the dead would be a nice ability to possess, even if they have been gone for a really long time.
If you need any materials, we can start making a fund together that way. You're covered there too.
With Madrash is just sitting there, like, teary-eyed. Like, he's very obviously on the verge of crying again. And, I have never had people want to help me with a problem that I've had before. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For funds, I did make a bet with Billy for the cherry dungeon, so I
The money he was talking about.
should be able to collect a pretty penny.
You know, he did say he expected you to be here, so yay. Also,
I always just tell him I took the wrong train.
and also, thank you for leaving your magic course with us. That was nice. Still looking out for us, even though you felt like you're holding us down.
I guess the phrase is that's what friends are for.
Yeah. And I'll try to be a better friend. And one of the ways I'll do that is trying to rely on you more.
Madrash is just gonna put his hand on top of Isabella's head.
Right.
I'm gonna try to let you guys know when I feel bad a little bit more. And I'm gonna start that, and he's gonna ruffle your hair by saying, I'm sorry that I left without saying anything. I think feeling left behind was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm really sorry I worried you guys.
Don't know what's helpful in saying you just got on the train and we knew where it was heading. Was some comfort. And I'm sorry I got drunk and didn't notice you. No one went to check on you.
You know, I'm just glad you guys didn't try to jump on the train while it was moving.
Yeah, actually, I did that.
Isabella like side glares Jonah.
Someone had to get the pseudo dragon there.
I'm gonna. Madrash is like almost comically gonna turn to Jonah. What?
Morality did a very good job. You did not see them.
Morality?
No dragon, clarities.
The pseudo dragon was there to make sure you didn't like vortex warp yourself like outside the train somewhere and like die.
Oh,
And, and that's how he knew Bartholomew was there. Very nice.
wait. Madresh immediately turns to Clarity. He's just gonna like hook his hands under her armpits and pick her up. You finally named him! Just shaking you.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking proud of you!
Oh, I'm short circuiting right now.
I set you down, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Ah.
Also, if you make me a single father again, I'm going to be very upset with you.
Also, when I'm thinking about it,
Make you a single
Madresh?
father? I'm so lost now.
I am too, but hey, Madresh,
Ah,
do you think you could get more use out of this than me? Because I stopped wearing it fairly quickly, actually. And she'll hold up the... Sorry, I got the purpurette of wound closure. Do you
is
think
that
you could...
attuned?
I'm not attuned to it, but it does require it. It's a way to keep you safe in case you go down and none of us can reach you right away.
As I trust you'll be able to reach me. I appreciate it. Maybe, we could see if we could sell it to get you something nicer, though, Isabella.
Sadly, the lady at the MacGuffin and Muffin shop had something interesting, but 30,000 gold for a belt is very unreasonable.
Did the belt do a lot of cool things?
It said fire giant strength, so I guess.
Well, I guess I can happily tell you she's coming to Edinburgh.
Oh, really? Nice. I'm glad she never recognized me, though. I saw a lot of furbolgs in Cordova. Alright, so... Are we good now, Madresh? Do we need to cry more? Because I'm more willing to cry.
I think I'm all cried out for today.
Alright.
Anybody else feel like they have something they need to say? I'm gonna look more towards Glove and Jonah.
I mean,
It's
I think
okay if you're not. You're not.
you two hit on just about everything I would say.
Alright. Good. Oh, I'm talking in my natural accent now. Been a while.
You were talking in an accent the entire time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's been a while. Either way. Why don't we go to Ember? Get you your money. Hopefully, Billy doesn't call you little bitch.
He will.
Did. Yeah, he did when I said you kind of went a separate way for a bit. Although we will be able to split all the money we get from selling the artifacts. And then I'll ask him if he got any information on my friends. I want to know. You ready to go, Madresh?
Yeah. Lead the way.
Isabella will give you one more hug before we go.
And that is where we're going to end today's session.